The world is a mess.
After weeks of tense negotiations and bombing each other, Iran and Israel has finally ended their conflict. I guess it is true that nothing ever happens. You are probably not aware this is over. I sure am not aware until I wrote the script of this video, and it has been over a week. Here are my thoughts on this war as well as the coverage of it. Israel. Another war with an Islamic nation, are we?
Nothing can possibly go wrong.
As if their reputation isn't already bad by bombing civilians of an Islamic nation, they decided to double down and bomb even more civilians of an Islamic nation. It doesn't make sense to me both times. What do Israel want exactly? I know Iran is a real threat to Israel if they got the bomb. But why rage bait Iranians exactly into making them want to create the bomb? Isn't America already working with Iran in this? This Israel government scares me. Ironically, they scare me the same way I would be scared of Adolf. I have sympathy for the Iranians. Alright, I do have some sympathies for the dead Jews, but there are more dead Iranians, so they matter more. I'm just gonna say that whoever runs Iranian social media accounts, they all should be fired. No! For their lame response to this war. They are tweeting like virgin edgelords, and these guys have wives. Multiple of them, in fact. I guess they have the rights to cry since it was those Jews that attacked first, but holy is the Iranian government difficult to sympathize with. Not that I would since they are a dictatorship, but at the end of the day, their response isn't as inspiring to me as it should have been. I mean, it says a lot when not even China, a country very happy to bully American allies, didn't support Iran here. Not even a single breath condemning America. Let that sink in. Though, what do I know? I'm not even Iranian, so why am I criticizing their government? Moving on.
Mr. Trump, it has not escaped anybody's notice that you say
Iranian
government is sending
bombs,
rapists,
nukes to Israel.
Governor Bush has called those remarks, quote, extraordinarily ugly. I'd like you're right next to him, talk to him directly and say how you respond to that.
The fact is, we need to build a wall.
Trump. The only one more childish in this situation than the Iranian government. Though, he does feel familiar. You know, a man-child that is in the range of 8 years old with a delusional fanbase that runs on populism. I wonder. I'm lost anyway. Trump did the worst thing possible for peace in the area by bombing Iran, and then immediately calling for a ceasefire like a coward. The equivalent of impregnating someone and then ditching when things go tough. Why even bomb Iran? He claimed that he bombed nuclear sites, but it was shown to be at least partly nonsense. And he really decided to do an act of war just because? And this is after 2003 showed that no amount of WMDs justify the war with a Middle Eastern country. This is Trump's worst decision so far, and the fact that he got away with this scot-free is mind-blowing. It's so stupid. I want to talk about something more funny, like... The only solace I have is the coverage of this situation, especially by YouTubers. I really do agree that another forever war in the Middle East is unnecessary and that Gen Z will rather go to jail than fight in the Middle East. I'm just saying, Gen Z is pretty sick of hearing about that place. There's a lot of World War III memes that came out of it, but man, hear me out. Nothing ever happened. On a more serious note, I did see that more people are now aware that this is a dumb war that America should not involve itself in. A lot of people opposed going to the war, like 85% of Americans, and I saw many conservatives against joining this as well. It's funny how the issue united both the left and the right, and yet they're still flinging rocks at each other for their stances on this same conflict. I guess the unemployed are too far gone. Basically, in conclusion, to all world leaders, I suggest you all to shut up about fighting and war Unless you all agree to a boxing match to settle your problems, it would be better for the global economy than what you all are doing.